It is week number 5 of the high school football season, and tonight, the Wildcats of Mayfield made the trek out east to Chardon to take on your Hilltoppers. How you doing, everyone? Matt Jaworski, Jamie Ward with you. And Jamie, the Hilltoppers facing a big test tonight in what is essentially the battle for the Western Reserve Conference crown.
Yeah, and it has been for a number of years now. These are the two powerhouses in this conference, Matt. And when you think about Chardon, we talk about tests. They had one last week. Passed it with flying colors. They got another one here tonight, and I know that at least the coaching staff wants to know how they're going to do against this a very good Wildcat team.
Absolutely. They're going to be tested tonight from a defensive standpoint. This Mayfield team mixes it up a little bit better than most teams on their schedule so far, and the amount of two-way players that they have is minimal compared to the other teams that they've faced this year as well. A lot of interesting subplots this one, Jamie, including the fact that Mayfield has played very few games this year.
Right, only 2. But they have a 4-year starter at quarterback, and so obviously, we'll talk about the way that COVID has affected the season and will continue to. But what they do have is somebody who's ready to go, and I know that that's really on the back of Chardon's mind tonight.
Going to be a great game, so we ask you to stick around. Hope that you stick around for this one. It should be a lot of fun. With that, we're going to pause, take a timeout. We're going to throw it down to senior night here at Chardon Memorial. This game is brought to you by Shoreside Plumbing. Also by Alvord's Yard and Garden Equipment. By the Junction Auto Family. The Chardon Smile Center. Thanks to Ayanta Precision Orthopedic Specialties. And to Hazen Contracting Inc. Asphalt Paving and Seal Coating. We also want to thank our good friends at Conic Law. And Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service. Also need to thank Always Construction and the Preston Superstore. But of course, we cannot forget our good friends at the Chardon Gridiron Club. Thank you so much for bringing you Hilltopper football here on GTV.
Good evening and welcome to the 2020 Football Senior Parent Night at Chardon High School. We will be recognizing the senior football players, cheerleaders, and trainers along with their parents and an educator each has identified as his or her most influential. First, we want to commend and thank all our seniors for their dedication, hard work, and their many contributions to the Chardon football and cheer programs, as well as their sportsmanship and the positive example they set for younger players. Parent participation is also crucial to the success of all athletic programs. The sacrifices our parents make are greatly appreciated by the players and coaches alike. We appreciate all the hours of driving to practices and games over the years, your support of our athletes, win or lose, as well as the spectacular pre-game dinners our athletes appreciate so much. Thanks to all of you, cheerleaders, players, athletic trainers, and parents, for making Chardon football and Chardon cheerleading such outstanding programs. And now let's recognize our seniors. We will start with our senior cheerleaders, presented in alphabetical order. Maddie Arganti, escorted by her parents Kim and Todd Arganti. After high school, Maddie plans to attend Kent State University and major in speech pathology and audiology. Maddie has selected Ms. Joy Tersini as her most influential educator. Mackenzie Flores, escorted by her parents Michelle and Lorenzo Flores. After high school, Mackenzie plans to continue her education at a 4-year college to study nursing. Mackenzie has selected Mr. Doug Murray as her most influential educator. She would like to thank Mr. Murray for always keeping his office doors open when she needed to vent or cry. Abby Frania, escorted by her mom Gladys Frania and her brother Brandon Frania. After high school, Abby is hoping to attend the University of Dayton and study graphic design. Emma Gittens, escorted by her parents Julie and Steve Gittens and sisters Melanie and Lindsay. After high school, Emma plans to attend a 4-year college to become a special education teacher. McKenna Hack, escorted by her parents Connie and Scott Hack. After high school, McKenna plans on attending either John Carroll or Walsh University to pursue a career in physical therapy. McKenna has selected Mr. Brian Long as her most influential educator. Gabby Jessling, escorted by her mom, Nancy Jessling. After high school, Gabby plans to attend a 4-year college to study exercise science. Ashley Zmarsley, escorted by her parents, Jennifer and David Ronyak. After high school, Ashley plans to continue her academic career in the Sunshine State, where she will pursue a degree in biochemistry at either Florida Atlantic University or University of Central Florida. Ashley has selected Coach Mitch Hewitt as her most influential educator. And now we will introduce our 2020 Senior Hilltopper football trainer. Taylor Cox, escorted by her parents, Tina and Chuck Cox. After high school, Taylor plans on attending college and pursuing a career in the medical field. She would like to thank her parents for the indescribable support they have given her throughout the past 4 years of surgeries. She cannot express how much it has impacted her and her personal growth, and she loves you both very much. And now we will introduce our 2020 Senior Hilltopper football players in jersey number order. Number 1, Matthew Mysick, escorted by his parents Bev and Rick Mysick. After high school, Matthew plans to attend Bowling Green State University. Matthew is undecided on a major at this time. Matthew has selected Mrs. Melissa Downs as his most influential educator. Number 2, Gavin Slife, escorted by his parents Donna and Don Slife. Gavin is currently taking classes through Lakeland. Once Gavin earns his associate's degree, he plans to transfer to a 4-year college to pursue a bachelor's degree in construction. Gavin has selected Mr. Bob Francis as his most influential educator. Number 3, Elliot Tominski, escorted by his parents, Christy and Jim Tominski. After high school, Elliot plans to attend college, but is undecided where he will go. Number 4, Evan Gardner, escorted by his parents, Christine and Craig Gardner. After high school, Evan plans to enlist in the Air Force. Number 5, Vince Ferrante, escorted by his parents Karen and Mike Ferrante. After high school, Vince plans to attend a 4-year college to continue his academic career. Vince is undecided on what college he will attend and what his major will be. Sorry about that, folks. We'll also include number 10, Angelo Ferrante. Again, parents Karen and Mike Ferrante are escorting. Vince is undecided on what college he will attend and what his major will be. Vince has selected Mrs. Leanne Ferguson as his most influential educator. Now on to Angelo. Angelo plans to attend a four-year college to continue his academic career. Angelo is undecided on what college he will attend and what his major will be. And Angelo has selected Mrs. Leanne Ferguson as his most influential educator as well. Vince and Angelo. Number 6, Skylar Sullivan, escorted by his dad and stepmom, James and Tina Sullivan. After high school, Skylar plans to continue his current internship with Mystic Construction. Skylar will also pursue an education in real estate investing and stock market securities brokering. Number 7, Cade McDevitt, escorted by his parents, Kristen and Jeremy McDevitt. After high school, Cade plans on continuing his football career in college. Cade will be majoring in pre-med. Cade has selected Mr. Greg Franck as his most influential educator. Number 8, Miles Mendezoon, escorted by his parents Chris and Mark Mendezoon and sister Marika. After high school, Miles is playing football at Iowa State and will major in finance. Miles has selected Mr. Mark Schaefer as his most influential educator. Number 9, Brady Toth, escorted by his parents Beth and Michael Toth and his sister Skylar. After high school, Brady plans to continue his academic career at a four-year college and major in business. Brady is undecided about what college he will attend. Brady has selected Mr. Chad Morawski as his most influential educator. Number 12, Drew Fetchick, escorted by his parents, Julie and Andy Fetchick, and sister Aubrey and brother Heath. After high school, Drew plans to continue his academic and athletic career at a four-year college, playing basketball and studying law. Drew has selected Mr. Doug Snyder as his most influential educator. Number 14, Kevin Doyle, escorted by his parents, Kristen and Keith Doyle. After high school, Kevin plans to attend Kent State University to study nursing. Kevin has selected Mr. Chad Morawski as his most influential educator.
Good stuff.
Number 18, Jeremy Gorse, escorted by his mom, Jessica Parks, and his dad and stepmom, Andrew and Margie Gorse. After high school, Jeremy is currently undecided on what college he will attend and what he will study. Jeremy has selected Mr. Tim Armelli as his most influential educator. Number 23, Corey Deutsch, escorted by his parents Gina and Chris Renzi. After high school, Corey plans to study pre-law but is undecided on his college. Number 25, Charlie Broche, escorted by his mom, Melissa Broche. After high school, Charlie plans to attend Mount Vernon Nazarene University to major in nursing. While at Mount Vernon, Charlie will play lacrosse. After college graduation, he plans to join the Army to further his education in the medical field. Thank you to Randy Broche. I love you, Dad, says Charlie. And Charlie's most influential educator is Mrs. Ann Grantham. Number 27, James Pettyjohn, escorted by his mom, Melissa Pettyjohn. After high school, James plans to attend college to study business management to someday own his own business. He's still deciding where he will take his football career. James currently goes to Auburn Career Center studying to become a welder. He would like to thank Coach Hewitt and everyone from Chardon for making all 4 years fantastic. He would also like to thank his mom for all her support. James has selected Mrs. Ellen Clark and Miss Tanya Dakashevitz as his most influential educators. Number 32, Evan Ash, escorted by his mom, Danielle Ash, and dad, Eric Ash. After high school, Evan plans to continue his academic career at the collegiate level. Number 36, Blake Barker, escorted by his parents, Eva and Len Barker. After high school, Blake plans on attending college to play baseball and major in pre-med. He is uncertain what college he will be attending. Blake has selected Mr. Greg Frank as his most influential educator. Number 39, Max Buzagani, escorted by his parents, Joni and Max Buzagani. After high school, Max plans to pursue a career in the trades as an electrician. Max would like to own his own business by the time he's 25 or sooner. Max has selected Mr. Chad Morawski as his most influential educator. Number 46, Zach Mueller, escorted by his parents, Jody and Nick Mueller. After high school, Zach plans to major in history and minor in IT. He is undecided what college he will attend. Number 55, Jeffrey Fletcher, escorted by his parents, Suzanne and Patrick Fletcher. After high school, Jeffrey plans to attend a 4-year university to study chemistry in his pursuit toward a medical degree. Jeffrey has selected Mrs. Jeannie Clark as his most influential educator. Number 57, Brandon Lazinski, escorted by his parents, Tara and Jeff Lazinski. After high school, Brandon plans to go to college. He is undecided on a major. Brandon has selected Senora Carrie Karenke as his most influential educator. Number 65, Dylan Friend, escorted by his parents, Sheila and Dale Friend. Dylan is in the HVAC program at Auburn Career Center. After high school, Dylan plans to be employed in the HVAC field and work towards the goal of owning his own business. Dylan has selected Mr. Josh Leikola as his most influential educator. Number 68, Jesse Desipita, escorted by his parents, Tess and Elmer Desipita. After high school, Jesse plans to study at The Ohio State University, but is undecided on a major. Jesse has selected Senora Carrie Karenke as his most influential educator. Number 73, Nick Fay, escorted by his parents, Jenny and David Fay, and his little brother, Butch. After high school, Nick wants to attend college to become a chiropractor. He plans to play football at the college level as well. Nick has selected Mr. Joe Ritchie as his most influential educator. Number 76, George Lemaster, escorted by his parents, Betsy and Jerry Lemaster. After high school, George plans to attend Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida, where he will pursue a bachelor's degree in computer science. And number 77, Matt Klosky, escorted by his parents, Tina and John Klosky. Matt is currently undecided but plans on pursuing a career in the criminal justice field, and Matt has selected Mr. Ron Cole as his most influential educator. Please join together for one more warm round of applause for the Chardon High School football players, trainer, and cheer seniors. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the 2020 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. The Hilltopper Marching Band is being led onto the field tonight by senior drum majors Anna Gertzner and Will Squires. A special shout out to all of our band members and band parents for their flexibility and dedication in preparing the band for this new normal. It has not been easy, but the band staff is very proud of this group in front of you. All right, Topper fans, put your hands together for the Chardon High School fight song. Ladies and gentlemen, would you now please stand if you are able? Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our great country with the Star-Spangled Banner and remain standing for the Chardon High School alma mater. All right, Hilltoppers, put your hands together for the Hey Song.
Today's game is brought to you
Ladies and
by
gentlemen.
Ash's Mayfield Window Cleaning Company and by Sherwin-Williams. We also like to thank Achilles Running Shop, Ronyak Paving. Thanks going out to McRae Metal Products and Osteo Strong. Our supporters also include Brock Construction and Impact Church. Here come the Hilltopper. Week 5 action about to begin here on GTV. Matt Jaworski and Jamie Ward with you. Mayfield invading Topper Town, and Jamie, this should be a good one.
Yeah, it certainly is. The Hilltoppers undefeated at 4-0. We do believe this is a test, and that's because of the last couple of years.
When you look at this Mayfield team, they have given Chardon probably the most trouble compared to any other team in the Western Reserve Conference outside of Kenston. Obviously, Kenston-Chardon's a whole different ballgame because of that Geauga County rivalry that they've got.
There's no doubt. There's been 3 teams on top of this conference. You know, Mayfield's had some issues to deal with COVID. They've only played 2 games, but they're ready tonight. It's good to see those young men ready to go and able to play. And it's great to understand that this really is, you know, in a sense, just another game, but also in a sense, kind of a conference championship game.
Absolutely. These are the last 2 teams standing when it comes to not having a loss in the conference. And no disrespect meant towards Brush, but if things play out as they should, Chardon will likely handle Brush very easily next week, meaning that a win tonight and they will go undefeated throughout the Western Reserve Conference, with the exception of not playing Madison, who has really struggled this year. Madison right now, I think, winless on the year at 0-4, so
That's strange to think about.
no, new coach there. Jamie, for the first time this year, the Hilltoppers going to be receiving the kickoff to begin the game. First 4 weeks of the year, they were the team kicking off. Will not be the case this year.
The Hilltoppers, Matt, need to find their offense, especially if they want to, you know, keep going in the playoffs.
Austin Ziant's going to send the kick down in between the hash, fielded by an up-back who is stopped shy of the 28-yard line. Toppers will take over. And Jamie, this is a Hilltopper offense that, as of late, has played better.
That was Angelo Ferrante on the run back.
And the thing is the offensive line is still trying to establish itself.
You look at guys up front, George Lemaster, Nick Fay, Dylan Friend, Matt Klosky, Jesse Dissipata. Those guys have been tremendous all year long. You throw in the tight ends, Alex McDonald, Nathaniel Salka. QB Drew Fetchick, we're going to be talking about him a lot tonight. The backs, James Pettyjohn, Sean Carr, Evan Ash, and a host of others really make this go. Fetchick going to go under center. And he's going to hand it off going left side, and nothing going there. Boy, the Wildcats were waiting for that one.
Typically, when Chardon is at its best, Matt, it's offensive. They do the wing tee, and they're very explosive. Haven't seen some of that, but at the same time, you know, the defense has picked up all that slack.
Well, for Chardon and the offense, it's been a rough go in the first quarter, and that's been consistent throughout this this stretch of games they've played so far, Jamie. They're trying to open it up right now. It's 2nd down and 11 from the 27. Again, Hilltoppers working their way left to right across your TV screen. Toppers in those slick-looking red uniforms trimmed in white. Fetchick from the gun, going to keep it, trying to go around the right side. Cannot cut the corner as he is brought down. Let's look at that Mayfield defense here. Defensive line is Cam Smith, Ricky Chilson, and Matt Snyder. The linebackers, Eddie Barch, Joey Dostal, Nick Tatko, and Grant Woods. The secondary, Tim Stevens, Billy Guzzo, Stephen Doherty, and Angelo Vecchio.
Sets up a 3rd and 11 for the Hilltoppers.
Drew Fetchick, 2nd on the team in rushing, but he's still working into this position, very much so.
3rd down and 11. No gain on that last play. Fetchick dropping back to pass, looking left. Has a man. It is caught. That's Toth. He's near the marker, but he may be a bit short depending on the spot.
They got it.
Boy, big throw by Drew Fetchick. And Jamie, as this season has progressed, we have seen that young man make more and more good throws.
Yeah, he's clearly a dual threat.
So Chardon out with a 1st down and 10 on their own 39-yard line. Man in motion.
Salk is the quarterback. They're getting in the Wildcat very early. Very early.
Well, Jamie, this is a team, Mayfield, that has had a lot of videotape to view of Chardon. Not so much Chardon watching Mayfield. That's going to hurt. Moving back 5 yards on that foul. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 34. See Fetchick come back into the contest.
Repeat 1st down, 1st and
Fetchick is a young man who's paid his dues.
Sends a man in motion, and he will hand it off. Pettyjohn, nice move. Got through a couple guys, bouncing around the outside. Pettyjohn midfield, turning on the borders, down the sidelines, and James Pettyjohn to the house. Touchdown, Toppers! James Pettyjohn, the 66-yard touchdown run, and the Hilltoppers strike first.
Don't give the young man the corner, because he's going to go all the way in. It was unbelievable.
I
I thought Mayfield had it sealed off for a second there, but Jamie, that's all it took for him to get out. So Nathan Tager out to attempt the PAT. Good snap, the kick is underway. It is up in the air, and no doubt about that one, it is good. So with 9:24 left to play here in the first, the Toppers have a 7-0 lead.
Want to remind everybody tonight that our special cablecast is always, as always, funded by your cable subscriber franchise fees, and we'd like to extend thanks to all of our funding communities, including those not funding this particular broadcast for their year-round support. They include Burton Village, Chardon Township, the City of Chardon, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township. Thanks again for supporting GTV.
Jamie, heck of a start for the Hilltoppers coming out of the gate, and now putting the pressure on the Wildcats.
Yeah, and the thing that we know is that Chardon's defense is their strength. So, what a great start.
Couldn't ask for anything better for the Toppers, and now Tager gonna set to kick it off. Couple Wildcats back deep. Let's see what they decide to do here, because we have seen Chardon at times this year kick it a bit short. Will they dare the Wildcats, who are back deep, to receive? It's a high kick. Going to become near side and fielded by Joey Dostal, who plays running back. Couple moves by Dostal, gets across the 30, and that is where the Wildcats will take over near the 33-yard line.
Well, and here's the good news for Mayfield, maybe. I mean, just maybe. Matt, they have a 4-year quarterback. that I know for a fact that Mitch Hewitt is concerned about. So if you want to get into a scoring match, Mayfield may be able to do it, but when you talk about Michael Huss, he's the real deal.
Huss, of course, got his first bit of varsity action here on this field 4 years ago. Quick throw out right side. It is caught, spun around at the 30, and very few yardage after that nice catch by the Wildcats. That time was number 2, Anthony Sobecki. Boy, Sobecki wasn't even on our list of guys who were going to be 1 or 2, but he got the start tonight. How about that? So second down and short for the Wildcats. You're going to go to Dostal on the ground, breaks a couple tackles, picks up the first down across the 40, out near the 44.
Dostal, the ball carrier. Tackled by Kevin Doyle. First down, Wildcats.
So first down and 10, Mayfield now from their own 43. Huss from the gun will move a couple guys around. Come set, bad snap, but he got it, went straight ahead, and little gain there on that exchange. Jamie, let's talk about this Hilltopper defense, and let's introduce them here. The guys up front will include Miles Mendenzun, Gavin Slice, and Evan Gardner. Your linebackers, Blake Barker, Vince Ferrante, Cade McDevitt, and Christian Hall. And of course, the secondary includes Trey Liebhart, Nathaniel Salka, Brady Toth, and Kevin Doyle.
Yeah, and you look at these linebackers. Ferrante, 34 tackles, 24 for a loss. I mean, he's a game changer. Oh!
Huss can't handle it, has to fall on it, and that's a big loss for Mayfield.
Fumble on the snap.
But Ferrante, McDivitt, Mendenzun, Hall, Gardner, Barker. This has been the strength of this team. If you give them a chance, like we might now, to pin their ears back, they're going to cause chaos.
Absolutely, and Mitch Hewitt has repeatedly called that linebacking core a bunch of all-Ohioans, and he truly does believe it. 3rd and 15 from the Wildcats from their own 38. Huss dropping back to pass under pressure, and he's brought down from behind. Gavin Slife in on that stop.
On the keeper, dragged down by Gavin Slife.
It's not hard to be smart when the coaches tell you what's going to happen, and that's exactly what is happening right now.
Wildcats will now get ready to punt, and as we have seen the last 3 years, it's the QB, Michael Huss, who will have the punting duties. Gets off an end over end line drive
Left
kick.
footer.
Nice catch.
Left footer. That's interesting.
Brady Toth. 1st and 10, Hilltop.
Jamie, this is a great time to talk about the Cleats Tailgate Special, folks, because Cleats is teaming up with the Chardon After Prom to support the After Prom. Also, want to mention Joy's Italian Grill participating tonight as well.
Yeah, well, the thing is that everything is a little bit different, obviously, so you can still support, and it's pretty early. So do the tailgate special at Joey's. Whatever you get, just say you're doing the tailgate special. That will benefit the school.
Quick throw near side is caught by Pettyjohn. Nice move, trying to get around the end again, and Pettyjohn tiptoeing the sidelines out of bounds. Boy, he was a tackle away from taking that one to the house, Jamie.
Driven out of bounds by Caden Kaiser.
Yeah, he gets to the corner. Who knows?
Pickup of 6 on that little swing play. Going to be 2nd down and 4 for Chardon now from their own 34-yard line. Toppers that tight formation. Going to send Ashton Pettyjohn now near side. So heavy on the right. Carr in as the fullback. They'll hand it off to Carr up the middle, and Carr crosses the 35 near the 36.
Sean Carr on the carry. Tackle by Number 55.
Matt, the fullback is very important to this
Ricky
offense.
Chilson.
There's no question. But you do it to keep him honest. That's what you do.
And Jamie, how many times this year have we seen Sean Carr, just when you think, okay, it's not going to work, take that carry and pick up 8, 9, 10 yards?
Absolutely.
A little bit of confusion. Everybody now comes set as McDonald settles down on the right side. They're going to give the ball to Pettyjohn, makes a couple moves, still on his feet. Pettyjohn up near the 45 and out of bounds. First down, Hilltoppers.
Picks up a Hilltoppers first down.
Jamie, early on, the Hilltoppers are getting the push on the offensive line.
If that was a key,
By Eddie Bart.
Coach Mitch Hewitt felt like last year that was a problem against Mayfield. But, you know, offensive line is always important. Always important.
First and 10 now from the 44. Quick throw by Fetchit. Ball is caught, and it's fumbled. Wildcats have it. Wildcats get the first turnover of the game here with 5:05 to go in the first.
Mayfield takes over on the fumble.
So Toppers will turn the ball over on their own 47-yard line, and the Mayfield offense is going to come back out on the field. We didn't have a chance to introduce them, so let's do that right now. They're led by Michael Huss, the senior quarterback. Guys up front include Antonio Mangialuzzi, Nick Del Balso, Nico Wilrich, Ricky Chilson, and Jalen King. We'll get to the receivers in just a minute here. They will hand it off, and Dostal trying to go up the middle. Dostal, no luck. A lot of red jerseys there. Of course, Joey Dostal, the running back, and the wide receivers tonight that we will be seeing include Matt Osler, Billy Guzzo, Tim Steffens, and Josh Cope.
Stop for a loss by a bunch of Hilltoppers.
As good as Chardon has been, one of the issues that they've had is a slow start, and that was a self-inflicted wound early on.
Huss dropping back the pass, going to swing it out near side. Ball is incomplete. Thought for a second there Dostal might have picked it up before it hit the ground, but official says no, touch the ground. So that'll bring up third down and 11. Jamie, this Mayfield Wildcat team, last week they played Brush, just dominated the Arcs. These seniors, or this starter, only played for a couple of series. It was a 44-7 shellacking. Huss now stepping up in the pocket, running room left side with the stiff arm, and he's going to be tackled just well shy of the first down near the 42-yard line. Looked like Salka was there to help make the stop. I saw Christian Hall as well. But realistically, these Mayfield starters have only played a little bit more than 5 quarters this year.
And they're going to go for it right now.
So fourth down and 6. Ross Banderio going to spread his team out. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Dostal in the backfield. Now he's going to take a step over. It's a punt. And Huss's punt catch called for. It is mishandled. Toppers may not have it. Boy, the official's going to have to get under this one. Brady Toth did recover it. So Chardon will get the ball back.
You know, Matt, we see more and more of this where the quarterback can punt. And it does cause some. It causes some chaos in how you're gonna do that, and I think we saw it again.
All right, there was a clear case, and you have to also look at that punt. It was not a traditional punt as well. He had a little bit extra on it, and that ball had some movement. Toppers back to work. Pettyjohn trying to go left side, and not much running room there.
I think Mayfield should feel very worried about the fact that they couldn't do something with the opportunity that they had.
Well, the guy they have to stop is James Pettyjohn, and he has been tough to tackle this year. 45 carries entering the night, 445 yards rushing, and 8 touchdowns. Fetchick from the gun, Pettyjohn in motion. Fetchick gonna look to throw. They get it out to Sean Carr, lowers his shoulders near the first down marker and picks it up. First down, Toppers. So Chardon will move the chains, leading 7-0 here late in the first quarter. And outside, Jamie, really of one mistake, that turnover, this Toppers offense has looked pretty good. Fetchick back under center. And he will hand the ball off. Running room coming near side. Pettyjohn, midfield. Pettyjohn again turning on the burners. Down the field, and James Pettyjohn, another long touchdown run. Wow. It has been the James Pettyjohn show early.
Was that the same play?
A 72-yard touchdown run by Pettyjohn. So he has runs of 66 and 72 here in the first quarter. Tager now out to attempt the PAT. And he has been very good in tacking on the point after. Another great snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So a 2:16 here to go in the first quarter. The Hilltoppers take the lead 14-0.
The Gridiron Club is seeking sponsorships for the remaining Hilltopper football games, and Matt, you know, we're gonna have a playoff game. We're gonna have something after that. One more regular season game, and then the playoff starts. And of course, we're assured of a playoff game. So, you know, help us support Hilltopper football. Help us support the Gridiron Club. Help us support everything we're doing. And
yeah, you got to get in contact with Tim Semler, 440-487-3116, or Alex McDonald, 440-251-8214. You see the numbers there on the screen. Folks, it's going to be really weird how these playoffs are going to go, and we'll talk more about that as this game goes on. But here's what I can tell you. We're doing this game tonight, and so is Spectrum. And unfortunately, the way that these rules are, essentially, if Spectrum picks a Hilltopper game, things are going to get very, very complicated for us to potentially do a full streaming broadcast. But we'll do our best to bring you Hilltopper football no matter what. I can promise you that. But we do need the help of the sponsors and support of them. Kickoff going to be taken out of bounds. And Mayfield will be getting back to work on that Nick Bega return. So if Biega on the return, the Wildcats going to get back to it here. We haven't seen much from Michael Huss in terms of throwing the ball down the field, Jamie. They've been a lot of short passes, and you got to think maybe that's due to the Hilltopper team putting a lot of pressure on the QB.
well, it will only get harder. It will only get harder the more they're down.
1st and 10 from the 23. Huss from the shotgun, dropped it again, picked it up quickly, looking to throw near side. What a catch! Boy, Tim Steffens went up and made the acrobatic catch. Going to be short, well short of the first down, Jamie. I'm surprised he held on to that. He bobbled it.
Yeah, that's too much work for not quite a gain.
Pickup, though, of nearly 5 on that play. They'll give him 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 29-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Huss Now feeling some pressure from the backside. Going to throw down the field, ball up in the air and overthrows his intended target. Was looking for Josh Cope, but just had a little bit too much on it. Boy, Huss, Jamie, I think he had to throw that a little bit earlier than he wanted. He heard some footsteps coming.
Yeah, I mean, again, Chardon's defense is the strength.
Mayfield with a 3rd down and 6 situation here from the 28. Bit of a tighter formation from the Wildcats than we've seen. One tight end, they'll fake the handoff to Dostal. Huss coming back near side. The throw is caught by Dostal at the 30. Makes a move, tries to pick up the 1st down, and he got awfully close. Boy, Miles Mendenzum came over to try to keep him from getting that 2nd effort. And this will all depend on the spot of the football.
It is very close. I think we'll get a measurement, but I think they're short.
Well, the one official just signaled 1st down.
Ah, okay. Well,
Jamie, I would have thought, like you right there, just bring out the chains. In the games that we've done, I've only seen one measurement this year.
the officials need to move the game along. I appreciate that.
3 receivers to the right for Mayfield, 1 near side. Huss stepping up in the pocket, avoiding some pressure, looking to throw the ball down the field, and it's incomplete. Boy, oh boy, Christian Hall was back there and nearly got him. This Hilltopper defense, they're getting closer and closer. And Jamie, you talked about the stat earlier. How many sacks does this unit have this year?
More than 10 in 4 games.
Pretty impressive number. Huss now bootlegging it outright. Ball is caught well shy of the 1st down by Cope as he goes out of bounds. Official's going to spot him out near the 40. We're starting to see Mayfield now do some things with the pass. Late flag comes out on that one. It's going to go against the Wildcats. We'll back them up. But Jamie, they went down the field a couple times, spread it out a little bit, and now it seems that they're mixing up their pass plays.
Well, we know the strength is Chardon's defense. So, yeah, like when we talk about Miles Mendenzum, when we talk about Christian Hall, when we talk about Vince Ferrante.
No, those guys are quick and they certainly can get to the ball. It'll be 2nd down and 15 when Mayfield comes set. They'll have 3 receivers right, 1 near side in Cope. And now the officials, who called the timeout? Or are they confused on the spot of the ball? I believe the question is, where is the ball spotted? Officials say that's the right spot. So here we go. Hilltoppers making some noise here, at least their fans are. A lot of cowbells. Huss rolling out to the right, looking to throw down the sideline. Ball is caught, but shy of the 1st down. That time the catch made by Tyler Nungesser, number 6. Will be a 3rd down and about 8 now for Mayfield. They've had success with some of these shorter passing routes. And realistically, that's where I think the video's starting to show Chardon will give up a little bit, is on these short out routes. But, you know, when you're only giving up 2 or 3 yards, they'll certainly take it. Pressure coming in. Pitch out to Dostal on the screen. He has it 40, midfield 50. Dostal across the 40 where he's knocked out of bounds. Big gain by the Wildcats as they pick up that 1st down and get into Hilltopper territory.
When you think about an aggressive defense, that's the way to beat it.
Well, Jamie, they hit him hard going down, and that's what this team does. They know how to get to the football. They will hit the tackler, or the ball carrier, I should say, hard. And they pose a lot of matchup problems. Mayfield, their best position of the game, 1st and 10 now from the topper, 37. Huss from the gun, quick throw near side. Ball is caught, and then a quick tackle made. Nathan Moon did not have a chance to get very far, as Kevin Doyle was right there to help make that stop. That will do it here for the first quarter. Hilltoppers up 14-0 from Chardon Memorial. Folks, we do want to thank our sponsors, including Shoreside Plumbing, also Alvord's Yard and Garden. Thanks going out to Junction Auto Family, and we appreciate the sponsorship of the Chardon Smile Center. Thanks also going out to Precision Orthopedic Specialties, and to our good friends at Hazen Contracting Inc., asphalt paving and seal coating. We want to thank Conic Law, Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Always Construction, Preston Superstore. We cannot do this, folks, without all of their support. With that, we are going to step aside. When we come back, we will have second quarter action for you here from GTV. Welcome back, everyone. GTV, Matt Jaworski, Jamie Ward with you. 2nd down and 9 for the Wildcats from the 36. Boy, Jamie, we've been doing this a long time now, you and I, and it doesn't get any better than this. These two football programs know each other so well, and both of them are looking to get ready for the playoffs, of course. Everybody this year who wants, it's interesting how the Ohio High School Athletic Association has talked about this. They said any program that wants to be in the playoffs can be in the playoffs. It's not everybody's automatically in. So I have to make an assumption out there that there's a program or two that doesn't want to be in the playoffs.
Well, I imagine if you lose all your games, you might not want to be in the playoffs. But it's great that we're playing football.
Dostal gets the handoff, going up the middle, and not much going there for number 22. Boy, the senior, 6'1", 200. He is seeing what a lot of other running backs have had to deal with this year. It's the fact that that Chardon defensive line and those linebackers do not give up many rushing yards.
This is a defense that literally has only given up, actually 0 varsity touchdowns. The touchdowns they've given up are with the second team.
Huss from the gun. Going to throw it left side. Ball is caught. Spun around and out of bounds. Boy, Josh Koch, not much room to go. And that brings up a 4th down and long now for Mayfield. Jamie, we saw them earlier do that little pooch punt. Potential situation that they may do it again here, try to pin the Hilltoppers back deep. But the question is, you're down 14-0 early here in the second. Is this a position where the Wildcats just decide, you know what, we got to get ourselves back in the game, and does Ross Bandiera just decide to go for it?
They're going to go for it.
3 receivers to the right, a receiver to left. Huss looking to throw. He's going to turn it up, and Huss is stopped. Ferrante got him first. Boy, Vince Ferrante, Gavin Slife came back. They made the stop, and the Hilltoppers will get back to it.
Look at those jerseys coming off the field. Unbelievable.
They are pumped, and they should be. Toppers up 14-0 here with 10:33 to go here in the second quarter. The offense is back on the field, and Jamie, it's been a steady dose of James Pettyjohn, and there's a good chance we will be seeing that again on this drive.
Well, you definitely you do the plays that you're comfortable with.
Fetchik looking to throw, rolling out, going over the middle, a little bit underthrown, but it is caught Alex McDonald near the 30-yard line. A huge play by the Hilltoppers, and they get a big first down.
I could have never imagined that. Never.
The Hilltoppers have had a lot of QBs over the years, guys who said, yeah, you know, Coach, I can wing the football, but they didn't have the greatest arm. Drew Fetchick is probably the exception to where if he was in another offense, he'd be much more of a gunslinger, if you will, but he's done a tremendous job when he's been asked to make those throws. Fetchick now going to send Sean Carr to the right. Will go from the gun. Pettyjohn in motion. Fake to Pettyjohn and Fetchick up the middle. A big game there near the 25, and now the Hilltoppers gaining some big chunks of yards. Jamie, I'm just starting to feel momentum, I think, has swung the Hilltoppers' way with that stop on 4th down.
Well, the Hilltoppers they're a second half team. We're not in the second half yet, but that's where they run.
Well, Hilltoppers go to the ground game there. Pettyjohn, not much on that run. One of the few times they've been stopped this year. Loss, I think, about 1 on that play, unless they say, well, they're going to say forward progress, so no gain. Nope. The sticks and the marker are
It's 3rd
off
and short.
You're going to say 3rd and short.
It's 3rd and short. Which is actually like almost 3 yards.
Fetchick looking like he's calling an audible here. Going to move Ash and Carr a little bit. Now he comes under center. He's going to hand it off, and it's Pettyjohn, running room, down the sideline. Pettyjohn toward the end zone. Did he get in? No, they're going to say out near the 2. Pettyjohn,
How does he always get the corner? He always gets the corner. Like, he always gets the corner.
they have been working so diligently on that as this season has progressed. We saw him have some success getting to the corner against North. Didn't have it against South. Really struggled against Willoughby South. But since then, he's been able to turn it on. They're going left side and into the end zone. Fetchick with the keeper. Touchdown, Toppers. Boy, Drew Fetchick doesn't do much of the heavy lifting on this drive, Jamie. Did the throw, had a nice run, and then capped it off with that touchdown run.
Well,
wow.
he's very much growing into this position. And when we think about all the Chardon quarterbacks and what they've meant, he's a unique one. He's doing his own thing. And that will be important.
Tager out to attempt the PAT. Keeps his streak going with 8:33 left to go. It is Chardon 21 and Mayfield nothing. Folks, want to take this time and send a shout out to both school administrators for all the hard work that they have done this summer. Jamie, we spoke about this earlier on in the season. You know, Chardon Superintendent Mike Hanlon, the Assistant Superintendent Steve Koffel, and his crews, High school principal Doug Murray, assistant principal Doug Hyman, Ross Bandera, and of course AD Doug Snyder. Boy, they have worked so hard this year and done so much to make sure that this season happened. And then across the other side of the field, you look at what all that Mayfield has had to go through. Coach Bandiera missed, it wasn't his fault. A couple of his guys came down with the COVID, and unfortunately it caused them to have to miss the first 2 games of the season. But they hung in there. They were able to, once they got done with the team essentially had to quarantine for 2 weeks. Quarantine came back, they had a week of practice, and then they started playing football. That is so tough to do. And you give them just all the credit in the world. And of course, their athletic director as well, Keith Leffler, who not only had to deal with the football team, but all the other sports teams who I think had to take a temporary pause as well on their seasons. And it's just so much work. And these guys, again, between Keith and Doug, all the overtime that they put in, just the selflessness. So thanks going out to everybody for making this season a reality. Tager going to kick it off. Fielded deep right side by Cope as he brings it out near the 30-yard line. Wildcats offense has struggled at times with this Chardon defense. Boy, they have been trying to get some stuff going, but these short pass plays just have not been able to get them the yardage that they need. Huss from the gun, going to hand it off right side. Dostal, his biggest run of the night right there, across the 35, out near the 37-yard line. Nice call by Mayfield on 1st and 10 from the 28. Picked up about 8 on that carry. It will be 2nd down and about short. Now a flag. That procedure penalty will go against the Hilltoppers, give Mayfield a 1st down and 10. Ball will be spotted around the 42-yard line. Toppers in control, 21-0 in this one thanks to the defense and James Pettyjohn. Dostal to run again. Now he breaks through. Dostal midfield 50, and Dostal brought down around the 42-yard line. Boy, Salka helped make that stop, and all of a sudden now the Wildcats, they've been dinking and dunking with those passes. They go back to Dostal, and the Hilltoppers back on their heels. This Chardon defense has given up 1 touchdown all year long. Was Chris Molika in the first game against North. Since then, it was the Hilltoppers offense who gave up a score and the Hilltoppers second unit defense. We'll see if Mayfield can hang a score here. They'll keep it on the ground left side. Huss himself on the keeper up near the 40 far side. Mayfield at a point in time where this game is quickly getting away from them. The Hilltoppers have had a running clock in every single game this season. And at the pace they are on, it's going to be the same scenario here unless Mayfield can get it going. Huss from the gun, 2 receivers on each side. Dostal in the backfield. Huss going to step up in the pocket, broke 1 tackle across the 35-30, spun around, still on his feet, and brought down from behind. Mendezoon was in there to make the stop, as was Salka, who had him by the ankles. And Mayfield, boy, they cleared everybody out. Huss saw nobody and just took off. A good decision by the senior signal caller. A big void there. The problem for Mayfield now is they are running out of real estate, which means that there's going to be less open yardage coming up here. 1st and 10 now from the Topper 25. Dostal to carry. Dostal straight up the middle, and he gets nothing. Well, you hear it there. The Topper faithful. This place would be packed otherwise, making some noise. Make no mistake about it, they're trying to make up for the folks who just cannot be here at the game due to the health restrictions enacted by the state of Ohio and the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Of course, it's also why you all are listening and watching this one here on GTV. And on behalf of the whole crew, we can't thank you enough for being a part of this broadcast. It's our privilege to do these games for you. Huss from the gun, dropping back the pass, looking for the end zone right side. Ball's up in the air and nearly intercepted. Oh, my goodness. Wow, Blake Barker nearly had that in his hands, or he had it in his hands, nearly intercepted it. That's the 2nd time in as many games he's nearly had a pick.
Defended by Barker.
So Barker,
Sets up 3rd and 9.
with the great defense right there, going to set up a 3rd and 9 now for Chardon. Wildcats going to go 3 receivers out left, 1 right side. Huss from the gun. Huss flushing out left side, quick throw toward the sideline, over the head of his intended target. Josh Cope, who's 6 foot 180, jumped up but could not bring it down.
Blake Barker covered. 4th down, Wildcats.
So 4th down now for the Wildcats. They've went for it once, and they could not handle it. I should say they could not convert, I beg your pardon. So the Chardon D looking to make another big stop here. It is 4th down and 9 from the 24. Huss dropping back to pass, wave it off. Who called the timeout?
Call. Hilltoppers timeout.
It was the Hilltoppers who called the timeout. And folks, with that, we want to remind you about the tailgate special. Joey's Italian Grill and Cleats are teaming up to help the Chardon After Prom folks. So make sure you say tailgate special in ordering, and the Chardon After Prom will receive 10% of the purchase. So you see it right there, folks. Cleats, it's the entire menu excluding alcohol. And for Joey's, you get the tailgate special. It's the chicken parm sandwich with fries, the ultimate chicken salad sandwich, a large pizza, or chicken tenders. So a lot of great things that you can get there. You can't go wrong with either place. Good at Joey's until 9 at Cleats, up until 8:30. So you still have some time. Give them a call right now, or just head down there for the second half of this game. I'm sure it's on TV for you to watch. And order that tailgate special. Support your Chardon After Prom. Believe me, folks, those parents who would be here working the concession stands really wish they could be. And it's going to be a, if there is a prom, first off, we certainly hope there is. Lots still to be determined, but there's a lot of costs associated with that, and with your help, we can give these seniors what they deserve, which is a good prom. Huss from the gun on 4th and 9. Going to dump it off. The ball is caught by Dostal. He should be shy of the 1st down unless the officials say he fell forward. Boy, this is going to be a huge spot. He was upended, and the question's going to be, where did he fall? He is short. The Hilltoppers make another 4th down stand.
Excellent open field tackle by Kevin Jordan.
So the Toppers D, another huge 4th down stop. And now with 5:46 to go, the Hilltoppers potentially their last possession here of this first half. Of course, they will be kicking off to Mayfield to begin the second half. Flags are flying before that snap is run. Let's see what this one is. Going to be an illegal procedure call against the Hilltoppers. Move them back 5. It'll be 1st and 15 now from the 11. Essentially, worst starting field position the Hilltoppers have had in this game. Not the worst they've had this season. I think there was a couple times they've been inside the 5, but pretty darn close. So on 1st and 15, Fetchik going to keep it himself. Tries to make a cut, maybe fall forward for about a yard or so on that one. Not much going there. Fetchik officially gains 2 on that carry. 2nd down and 13 now. Well, you look at Drew Fetchik's numbers, and Fetchik this year has rushed for 313 yards, averaging about 5.8 yards per carry. Let's round it up and say 6. Man in motion, Topper's going to hand it off. Breaking a couple tackles on his feet is Evan Ash, and Ash just nowhere to go. Was trying to get near the 15, but a slew of Wildcats in there to help make the tackle. Boy, a lot of white jerseys. I saw Tim Steffens. Barch was in there as well. Chardon now with a 3rd down and 12. Clock running here, 4:34 to go before halftime. Toppers up by 21. Ball marked on the near side hash. Fetchick from the gun, Pettyjohn in motion. Fake the handoff to Pettyjohn, looking to throw. Coming back near side, the ball is incomplete. I didn't have the viewpoint. Salka, assuming that was Brady Toth. I saw a tall player, and I just assumed it was Salka, but no, that was number 9. Brady Toth went back for it. Not sure what happened, if he dropped it or if it hit the ground, but nonetheless, going to result in a punt. So Alex McDonald, the junior, 6'3", 205, will be punting this football. First time tonight, the Toppers will be forced to punt. Boy, you do not want to see them make a mistake here. McDonald, a good punt. Ball will take him away, hit off the return man, oh my goodness! Nick Biega, it hit off his shin, and the Toppers recover the football. The Toppers recover the football. Cade McDevitt with the recovery. I don't know what, it's not a muff. I guess you'd have to say just a botched punt attempt. I mean, it hit off his shin. My goodness. Toppers benefit. That's a huge gain. They're now at the 43. 1st and 10 from the 43. Fetchick rolling out near side, looking to pass the football. Going to throw it and throws it out of bounds. A wise move as Pettyjohn heavily covered.
Fetchick's pass is incomplete.
Would love to see the Hilltoppers get the ball back in the hands of James Pettyjohn because he has been their playmaker today. Pettyjohn, 2 touchdown runs, 66 and 72 yards. They're going to hand it off. It is to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn through the line, still going up near midfield. Toppers moving that pile.
Pettyjohn, ball carrier.
James Pettyjohn, when he touches the football, he generally gets about 10 yards a carry. Talk about a huge average rushing gain, and based on his runs tonight, that number's only going up. Appreciate you joining us here on GTV and what is essentially the battle for the Western Reserve Conference title. Boy, McDevitt, they're going to swing it out to him. Actually, it's Barker, I beg your pardon. Makes the catch, and Barker, Blake Barker, they swung it out to him near side, made a couple guys miss and picked up the 1st down. That was the exact play we saw him bust off for a huge touchdown reception last week against Riverside. It was a 69-yard touchdown reception. Didn't get nearly that many yards this time around, but gives the Hilltoppers the 1st down. 1st and 10 now from the Mayfield 45-yard line. Pitch coming near side is Barker again, and he goes out of bounds. Not much running room.
Barker on the carry.
Great article in News Herald this week about Blake Barker. You know what he does on his Saturdays after the game? He goes and plays doubleheader baseball games. Southpaw pitcher, fastball in the mid-80s. But of course, we all know who his dad is, Lenny Barker. Pass is going to be caught No, now they're saying dropped. We'll bring up a third down. Barker couldn't hang on to it. Would have been very little gain right there. But, yeah, he'll go out and play baseball. That's his preferred choice, actually, of sports. He was a football player, injured, believe it was his freshman year, needed his sophomore year to recover, and decided to take off his junior year to focus on baseball. And the time that he wasn't playing, Mitch Hewitt, head coach here for Chardon, just continued to reach out to him, text him, would talk with him, just kind of kept nipping and saying, hey, come on, you got to come out and play football. You got to play football. And it eventually paid off. And Barker this year returns. Between him and Pettyjohn, boy, you got one heck of a duo there that can just burn teams with their speed. So it's 3rd and 10 for the Toppers now from the 45. Fetchick looking to pass, going to throw. Down the field right side, making the adjustment, and the catch! What a huge catch for Chardon. Brady Toth hauled it in, and the Toppers in the red zone. Toth made a tremendous adjustment on the Fetchick throw, and the Hilltoppers doing it through the air, on the ground. And they're now looking for a big score here to end the first half. Nathaniel Salka comes into the game. I believe he's going to be a split end. He is. Fetchick will remain in at QB. Pettyjohn, Barker, and I think that's Evan Ash. On the ground, up the middle, touchdown Toppers! Blake Barker, the 10-yard touchdown run, and Chardon in command. Tager out to attempt the PAT. Bit of a high snap. Kick is down. And this one is good. So with 2:05 left to play here before halftime, the Hilltoppers in control, 28-0. Hey folks, Chardon Alumni Association has a really cool project going on. We are trying, or I should say, they are trying to get over 150 cans of old game film converted. It is the Old Hilltopper Football Films Project. Again, 150 cans of old game film from the 1950s through the mid-1980s that the Gridiron Club wants to digitize. And if you want to help, contact Nick Ghosh. And you see his email address down there. So reach out to him and he can help you do that, or you can help him with that project. What a worthwhile thing. You know, it's with GTV here, we have so many games now that are digital. And to be able to go back in those old games, boy, you talk about the legendary Toppers teams of the 1950s that you just might be able to see on video. That would be huge. They had, folks, you can ask Dave Jevnikar, they've had some great teams here in Topper country over the years, but some of those teams in the mid-50s were considered to be among the best of them. And would be great to be able to relive those old glory days and see them, I'll tell you that much. So here we go, 2:05 left to play. Toppers kicking off up 28-0. What we thought was going to be a close game, not so much anymore. Short kick, it's loose, and the Toppers, do they have it? I can't tell, my sight's blocked. No, Mayfield does. I see the one official pointing Mayfield's way. Boy, the pooch punt, you didn't see any Wildcats attempting to go after it. They just let it go on the field, and Toppers nearly came away with it, and boy, we almost did. I don't want to presume things, folks, but boy, Chardon gets the ball back under 2 minutes to go inside the 30. I think we all know how this might have ended. Huss back out on the field. He has had a rough night, going to look to throw near side. Ball is caught. Nice job making sure he got his feet on the ground. That was Nathan Moon. And Moon picks up the first down. Let's see if the Wildcats here can get anything going with 2:05 left to go. Clock running, actually clock at 1:56, beg your pardon. Since Moon went out of bounds, it did stop. Huss from the gun, gonna hand it off Joey Dostal, right side. Dostal met by a slew of Hilltoppers. The defensive line just making the stop. Mendenzun, one of the guys in there. I think I saw Gardner getting up off the pile as well. This Hilltopper team just so tough to run against. Folks, think about this. In 4 games, they have allowed less than 200 total rushing yards. Huss looking to throw, has a man. There was a little bit of contact out of bounds. They'll get the first down. Nathan Moon again, the junior, 5'10", 155, caught the pass, picked up the first down. Thought maybe, just maybe, they could have had a pass interference penalty on the offense, but was not the case. So first down and 10 now from their own 47. Huss dropping back to pass, stepping up in the pocket. Huss on the run, not much going, nowhere to go. Vince Ferrante says, take that. Salka comes up with the football at the end of the play, but I don't believe it's going to be a turnover. I believe they're going to say he was down. So Mayfield going to call a timeout here with 1:11 to go with a second down and about 7 or so from midfield. Boy, not much has gone the Wildcats' way tonight. They have tried the short passes and they've had a little bit of success, but Chardon kind of figured out what they were doing and started to snuff those pass plays out. And now the question is, here on second down and 7, unless they can maybe get a home run ball going, can this Mayfield team get themselves in a position to put points on the scoreboard, or will the Chardon dominance continue? Mayfield coming out of the huddle here. Each team, by the way, with 2 timeouts left. Dostal lined up to the left of the senior Huss from the gun. Huss stepping up in the pocket again. Now Huss is going to take off, and Huss gets the first down. Ferrante stopped him. Fell forward across the 43 to about the 42. They will give him the 41. Mayfield trying to hurry up here. Clock will temporary stop as the chains reset. Now it runs. Huss in the pocket. Again, going to throw it over the middle. Ball is caught. Great catch by Tim Steffens down near the 25. Official spotted at the 27. Wildcats net hurry-up offense. Clock running under 50 seconds to go. Huss from the gun. Flushing out right side. Quick throw. It is caught. Moon, he has some running room down near the 10-yard line, and Nathan Moon gets his team inside the red zone. First and goal now from the 10. Three receivers set, 2 on the left and 1 on the right. Quick throw, near side, is it caught? Yes, it is. But very little gain on that play, maybe no gain. And Mayfield going to be forced to burn their second timeout here with 27 seconds to go. Folks, this has certainly been a different year in so many ways, and the football playoffs are no exception. With the 6-week regular season coming to an end next week, the Hilltoppers will be entering the playoffs as an extremely high seed. They very well could be the number 1 seed here in Division III, Region 9. That being the case, they will likely get a first-round bye. So in Week 7, if you will, Hilltoppers will likely not have a football game before they meet their first-round opponent, who's yet to be determined. We'll talk more about that in the second half. Rules for televising playoff games are extremely different. There may be games we can cover and maybe games we cannot, again, depending on how the rules will be applied. The OHSAA has certain priorities when it comes to coverages, and if they send Spectrum to cover a Hilltoppers football game, we may not be able to bring you the game like we are doing so tonight. However, we will do our best to bring you any type of Hilltopper coverage as best as we can here on GTV. Folks, we ask you so much for your patience and cooperation and understanding. We will do what we can, be it audio only, or if we can do the streaming, we will do that too. Maybe we can only do, what we can. We'll see. They're going for the end zone, ball up in the air, batted away! Kevin Doyle, great coverage! Wasn't going to give Steffens anything. And it's now 3rd and goal from the 10. But before I lose my train of thought here, that bearing in mind, we also cannot do these playoff games without sponsors. There's a cost involved to the OHSAA that we have to do, so. Huss dropping back the pass over the middle, dropped! Oh, Josh Cope, he wants a pass interference penalty, but he's not gonna get it. Was good, legal, tight coverage by Chardon. That brings us to a 4th down and 10 here with 18 seconds left to go. So the Chardon defense has made 2 4th down stands. And now they're going to be asked to make 1 more. Here they go. Crowd making a lot of noise. Plus, 3 receivers left. They've got trips, the receiver near side. And now Hewitt racing down the sidelines, and Mitch Hewitt going to call a timeout. He did not like what he saw. Folks, great time to remind you that Heinens has teamed up with the Chardon Schools Foundation, and you can help them out with the Heinens Tasteful Rewards card. Throughout the year, your Heinens, your local Heinens here, really it's any Heinens, they'll make a 1% donation on of your purchases to a school of your choice. So make sure you select Chardon, the Chardon Schools, CHS, or the Chardon Schools Foundation, I beg your pardon. Ways to do it, you can sign up online, you can hold your phone to scan a QR code, you can call their customer relations department, or you can go to the store and do it there at their customer service desk as well. So help the Chardon Schools Foundation and the Chardon Schools when you shop at Heinens. Fourth and 10. Two receivers near side. Huss flushing out, looking toward the end zone, and is caught for the touchdown. So Mayfield gets on the scoreboard on the 4th down play. That was Nathan Moon. So 13 seconds left to go. Nathan Moon hauls in a 10-yard touchdown reception. PAT is on the way, and it is good. So with 13 seconds left to go before halftime, it is Chardon 28 and Mayfield 7. Boy, big score there by Mayfield, because Hilltoppers had the potential to make this a quick running clock, but will not be the case now, as it's only a 21-point game. When you think about it, folks, the streak that the Hilltopper first unit defense had, they gave up the touchdown to Malika in the 3rd quarter of week 1. So we've had week 2, 3, 4, so that's 12 quarters right there. 13 when you add the 4th quarter of week 1. 15 when you add the first quarter today, so 15 consecutive scoreless quarters by this defense. It had to happen sometime, though, and I guess you'd rather happen now than during the playoffs. Well, frankly, we'd all prefer it, especially when you're up 28-0. Pooch kick going to be scooped up. Big hit near the 35, and Toppers will be taken over around the 39-yard line with 7 seconds to go. That was McDonald who took it and initiated some contact. That big boy is not afraid to get a little physical. Seven seconds left. Hilltoppers set to down the football and take this one into the locker room at halftime. They down it, and we do. What a first half by the Chardon Hilltoppers. A team that, when we started this game, said, boy, they have come out slow, come out very mistake-prone in the first half, but no. They were sharp, and they came out quick. And the Hilltoppers will head into half up 28-7. Tonight's game is brought to you by Shoreside Plumbing. Also by Alvord's Yard and Garden Equipment. We want to thank Junction Auto Family and the Chardon Smile Center. Our sponsors also include Precision Orthopedic Specialties, Hazen Contracting, Inc., Asphalt Paving and Seal Coating, Conic Law, Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Always Construction, and Preston Superstore. Thank you so much for your support here of high school football on GTV. And folks, with that, we're going to turn it over to the one and the only, the Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing your 2020 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. The band is being led onto the field by our senior drum majors, Will Squires and Anna Gerstner. As we mentioned during pregame, the band staff is extremely proud of this group of students in front of you. And we are grateful to the kids and the parents for their flexibility and dedication in preparing the band for this new normal. From wearing masks and rehearsal to social distancing, it has not been easy. But here we are, ready to entertain you. Our opening piece will feature our senior trumpets, Anna Gerstner, Mackenzie Brown, Ben Perry, Jesse Desapita, and Mateo Chavera. Here is our exciting Latin number, Aztec Fire. get ready for Here Is Say Amen. Final selection in our Panic at the Disco show features our drumline, a band dance, and our awesome majorettes, Hallie, Faith, Julianne, Savannah, Lauren, and Courtney. Special thanks to Lainey McBean for the band dance moves. Here is Victorious. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Chardon High School fight song.
High school football on GTV is brought to you by Ash's Mayfield Window Cleaning Company. Also by Sherwin-Williams and Achilles Running Shop. We also want to thank Roniak Paving, McRae Metal Products Inc., and OsteoStrong. Thanks going out to Brock Construction Company and Impact Church. Hilltoppers set to kick things off here to start the second half. They were up 28-0, but the Wildcats had a quick drive late in the second quarter. Managed to put 7 points on the board with a touchdown with 13 seconds left to go. First time in the last 16 quarters the Hilltoppers had gave up a touchdown, so it snapped a 15-quarter scoreless streak that they had going by the number one unit. Another short kick. He'll be fielded by one of the Wildcats coming near side, breaking a couple tackles and then stepping out of bounds.
Ball taken by number 26.
Fennel Henderson with the return.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play near the Toppers sideline. See what this one is. And then be a 15-yard personal foul penalty against the Hilltoppers.
Personal foul.
So that'll move the Wildcats up near midfield. Actually, I beg your pardon, folks. It's going to put them into Hilltopper territory at the 44-yard line. From the 44 of Chardon, Mayfield trying to get back in this game. Fake handoff, quick dump pass right side. Ball's caught, spun around, and then that was it. Boy, Anthony Sobecki had no chance. Slew of red jerseys right there to stop him. Great team tackle by the defense. Picked up a yard on that play. Second down and 9 from the 43. Huss looks like he's calling an audible here. 5 receiver set over the middle, and the ball is incomplete. I was looking for Tim Steffens, but Steffens could not handle it. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Wildcats, 3 receivers near side, 2 to the left. Empty backfield, Huss from the gun. Huss looking left side. Will throw left side, caught for the first down across the 33-yard line, and the Wildcats will move the chains. It was Jake Dostal with the reception. Wildcats doing something the other teams have not been able to do against the Hilltoppers, and that is move the football. 1st and 10 now from the 32. Huss again calling an audible. Twins near side. Fake and goes up the middle. He is hit hard. Christian Hall initiated the contact. QB got up quick though on that QB keeper. 2nd down and 8. Hand off to Dostal, running room, picks up a 1st down, breaks a couple tackle. Dostal on his feet near the 10-yard line. And all of a sudden now, the Wildcats are doing whatever they want to do with the football. The Hilltoppers defense a bit sloppy here. We have not seen this kind of missed tackles from them this season up until tonight. First and 10 now from the Topper 12. So the Wildcats can get a 1st down. Handoff, Dostal toward the end zone. Dostal is very close to the 1st down.
Dostal
He got it. Matter of fact, they're going to spot him down at the 1. Moon coming out of the game. 1st and 10 now. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Huss under center. Offside eye behind him. Huss gonna hand it off. Dostal ahead. Is he in? No signal yet. Mayfield says yes. Officials have not made a ruling. And they say no. He is short, so he will be marked down at the... Boy, that looks to be maybe the 2-inch line. Second and goal. 2nd and inches. Huss. Dropped it. Who has it? Hilltoppers may have come up with it. They did! The Hilltoppers get a turnover on the inch line. We have seen Michael Huss have some issues, either it be in the shotgun or under center tonight handling the football. That was an issue right there. And with 8:10 to go, the Hilltoppers get a huge turnover. So now Chardon. They will say the ball was recovered in the end zone. That means it is a touchback. Toppers get it 1st and 10 from the 20. Pettyjohn goes in motion. Now comes set. Fetchick. Gonna move Sean Carr over to the left. Ash goes in motion. The give is to Ash. Ash just nowhere to run. Matt Snyder, the junior, 6'0", 275, in there to help make that stop. He's one of the biggest guys on this defensive line. Really, you look at the Mayfield defensive line. Let's start talking numbers again in this one. You've got Cam Smith, who's 210. Shane Trevisano, 195. Ricky Chilson, 220. Jimmy Shaw, 190. Snyder, who's 275. And then Antonio... Man, I'm going to butcher this. Well, we'll get to Antonio in just a minute here. Give this to Barker, spinning around across the 20. Antonio Mangialuzzi, the other defensive lineman there, who's 6'3", 285. So Risley, two big guys. And then you look at the Chardon O-line, 265, 260, 285, 285, 290. So they certainly have that weight advantage up front. And Snyder now being sent off the field. Not sure why, but the official saw something. Mayfield coaching staff wants to know why. They've got a right to ask. Officials timeout to discuss this one. It's going to be a quick discussion. My guess is it was something equipment related. So Shane Trebisano, we just mentioned, the senior, 5'11", 195 coming in. So you're losing, boy, about 85 pounds right there on that substitution. 3rd down and 9 for Chardon from the 21. Barker going in motion. Fetchick up the middle. Fetchick, a little bit of running room, and Fetchick lowers his shoulders as he crosses the 26 out near the 27. Will be well shy of the first down, though. And McDonald going to come out and punt the football. The Hilltoppers, traditionally this season, have done very well in the 3rd quarter. I have to really go back and look at my notes, but I believe this might be the first time that they've had to punt the football on one of their on their starting possession of the 3rd quarter. Good snap. McDonald, high end over end punt. Will bounce, and Mayfield just going to let it go as it will cross the 30, head to the 29, and eventually come to a stop at the 28. So that is where Michael Huss and company will take over. With 6:02 left to play here in the 3rd quarter, it's Chardon 28 and Mayfield 7. Folks, want to send a hello out to the Chardon alumni watching tonight, both near and far. A special shout out to all the former Hilltopper football players watching as well. Boy, don't you wish this technology would have been available when you guys played, so all your family from out of state could have been watching this live. Amazing how far technology has come. We talked about 1950s earlier when they were using the old game films on 16 milliliter reels. They'll pitch it out left side. Dostal a couple yards on that run. McDevitt in on the stop.
Control.
Second down and about 6. Huss fakes the pitch, gonna throw over the middle. It's dropped. Oh my, oh my. Josh Cope is gonna be wanting that one back. He had it in his hands, but just could not come down with it. Pass falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Boy, the Wildcats had a first down right there, and that just literally went through their hands. Or I perhaps should say figuratively. Three receivers left, one near side. Huss. And stepping up in the pocket, throwing over the middle. It is incomplete. Kevin Doyle, some tight coverage. They were looking again for Cope, but he could not hang on. It's now 4th down and 6. So Huss back to punt. High punt. Topper's gonna let it go. Nope, check it. Now they pick it up. Brady Toth gonna slide down on it. or dive on him might be the more proper terminology there. Nonetheless, Toppers will take over around their own 16-yard line with 5:12 to play here in the third quarter, up by 21. So I was looking back in my notes, and Chardon got a score against North at the 6:44 mark of the third quarter. The question is, did they have possession the whole, essentially nearly a half? Or excuse me, half the quarter? I don't know. And unfortunately, I don't recall. But boy, since then, they've scored on their first possessions of the third quarter until tonight. 5:12 to go here. And it's the big man, the fullback, as Sean Carr on the fullback dive goes ahead near the 25-yard line. Nice run by Carr. And you start to see those as this game progresses. Carr able to open up some holes and just blows through people. Almost in a sense what we saw Jake Dostal do on a couple runs. Will be a 2nd down and 8 for the Hilltoppers once they break the huddle. Ball spotted on the 24-yard line. Some guys moving around. They'll come set near side. Pettyjohn, Ash, and Carr, the backs. And the give is to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn trying to get to the outside. No, was stopped. Dostal, check that. That wasn't Dostal. That was number 23, Nick Tatko, in on the tackle. He did get a yard, so 3rd down and 1. Salka going to come in to let the group know what the play is. Salka has rushed the ball a little bit. Averages about 9 yards a carry when he gets it, but lined up as a receiver right now. Fetchik under center. Will hand the ball off, and the Toppers did not get that one, unless it's a generous spot. Carr again went up the middle, but I believe he's going to be a bit short. Well, I've been wrong all night tonight on those close calls, so we'll keep that streak going. 1st down, Chardon. Great job by Sean Carr. He must have just got a little bit extra as he was falling to the ground. Boy, this Chardon offense, they are very much happy to get those hard-fought yards between the tackles. Officials got to pick up their marker. Too many of them on the field. We're set. Fake to Pettyjohn and Fetchik. Wow, he got hit hard. Eddie Barch read that play from the get-go.
Tackled by Eddie Barch.
2nd down and 11 for the Hilltoppers. Loss of 1 on that play. We've seen Fetchik today do some damage with his legs, but he's also had some success throwing the ball, including a huge pass play to Brady Toth that set up Fetchik's 1-yard touchdown run. Toth now is going to come set near side. So Hilltoppers have 2 receivers out near side. Fetchik looking to throw. Going to have a man. It's caught! A huge catch by Sean Carr. Carr had to go down to the ground, but he was able to get there before the ball arrived and made the catch. So just mentioned Fetchik's passing ability came through right there. 1st and 10 Toppers now from their own 48. Pettyjohn goes in motion. The give is to Carr. It is Sean Carr up the middle. Carr, nice little gain there. Toppers controlling the clock right now, letting it run. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Talked about Sean Carr, young man. 3 touchdowns on the year, averaging about 5.5 yards a carry. A junior, 5'11", 190. And he has made an absolute difference. Toppers, boy, they got some confusion going on the offense. They were not in a position. Angelo Ferrante came on late there. Good news is, though, you're up 21 points here late in the third quarter, all 3 timeouts left. Not a bad time to take that timeout. Hey, folks, we do want to talk about the Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club and their support of football games, folks. If you want to get in the game with the sponsorship, you got to contact the Gridiron Club. Tim Semler, 440-487-3116, or Alex McDonald, 440-251-8214. You see the numbers right there, folks. One more regular season game to go after this, and then it's playoff time. We know we'll get one playoff game, and your sponsorship support is needed for us to do those games and bring them to you here on GTV. So again, please get in touch with the Gridiron Club. Those guys right there, you just saw it on this screen. We'll talk to you about how you can partner with the Gridiron Club and be a sponsor here on GTV. I'm more than happy to read your company's name, or maybe your name. Maybe your family wants to be a sponsor. You can do that too here on GTV. Second and 6. Toppers go back to the ground. No surprise there. Was Nathaniel Salka on the carry. Salka was in at QB, and he pushed that pile forward. Going to bring up 3rd down and short. Third and about 2.5, but we'll call it 3. Pettyjohn goes in motion. They will go back up the middle, and a big first down for the Hilltoppers. The fullback keeps it moving again. Sean Carr, nice run. Boy, he had some great blocking there by Alex McDonald. And boy, you talk about Alex McDonald, the junior, 6'3", 205. He's actually bigger than a couple of the defensive linemen for Mayfield. And he's bigger than all of their linebackers as well. Well, when your tight end can do that. And McDonald is a kid, folks, he likes the contact. He wants to beat you up. He wants that contact and knock you down. My kind of football player. See him there on the left. Fetchik under center. Will fake the handoff. Kept it himself, will fall backwards. And the Hilltoppers move inside the 35-yard line as they get close to that first down marker. Well, that's how the third quarter will end here. Hilltoppers, Wildcats. It's still a 21-point lead for Chardon. And with that, we'll take a quick timeout. But before we do, we got to thank our great sponsors, including Shoreside Plumbing, Alvord's Yard and Garden Equipment, Junction Auto Family, the Chardon Smile Center, Precision Orthopedic Specialties, Hazen Contracting Inc., asphalt paving and seal coating, Conic Law, Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Always Construction, and the Preston Superstore. Thank you so much for your support of high school football here on GTV. With that, we'll step aside. When we come back, fourth quarter action for you on GTV. "12 minutes left to go in this one as we start the fourth quarter. Hilltoppers on the move here. First time this season, by the way, they did not score in the third quarter. Fetchick going to keep it himself, looking to go left side. Fetchick bouncing around, gets outside the corner. Fetchick 30, down to the 25, and inside the 25 to about the 23. Been kind of a ho-hum half for Chardon, at least so far. First drive didn't end the way they wanted it to. This second drive, they have been methodical, and they look to be just gaining a few yards here, a few yards there, just enough to pick up a first down. They're going to the air. Mysick has to come back for it, cannot get it. The senior just could not catch that ball, was a little bit overthrown. But I like the idea. And think about this, folks. That's on film for some teams to watch as we head into the postseason coming up shortly. And generally, you see them throw the football. It's to Salka, it's to Toth, Ash, Pettyjohn, Carr, Barker. It's those guys. But even McDonald. But Mysick, that potentially opens some things up later on. They'll pitch it left side. Pettyjohn trying to get the corner. 20, 15, and taken out of bounds near the 10. About time they got back to that. Boy, the young man who wears 27, I do not want to go against him in a foot race because he will lead. It'd be like the road runner in Wile E. Coyote. I'm the coyote, he's the road runner, leading in a cloud of dust. Boy, James Pettyjohn would love to see when it's all set and done tonight how many yards he has. He's got to be close to 200 yards. First down and 10 from the 12. They will give it to Carr. Carr up the middle near the 5-yard line. And Chardon just continues this methodical push toward pay dirt. Cam Smith on the tackle, and we have a injured Wildcat down on the turf. While they attend to that injured topper, we're going to step aside here on GTV. Good news is the injured Wildcat able to walk off on his own power. Always great to see that. Hate to see these kids, no matter what team you are, go down. But good look there. Handoff, Pettyjohn breaks a couple tackles toward the end zone. Did he get in? I have not seen a call. Yes, he did. I'll go with Al. Al says it's a touchdown. I did not see the official near side give a touchdown call. But there's 34 points on the scoreboard, so that's 7. So Tager out to attempt the PAT and make this a 28-point game once again. Bit of a high snap. Well, that's no problem for the PAT unit. With 11:20 left to go, Toppers in control, 35-7. $35-7 sounds familiar, by the way. It's the exact same score they beat Riverside last week. So the Hilltoppers just continuing to do what they do, run the football and play some great defense. Tager getting ready to kick things off here. Joey Guzzo and Nick Biega deep to receive for Mayfield. Shorter kick toward the sidelines. Gonna go out of bounds. They nearly got that on. I don't want to call it an onside kick, but recovered the pooch kick late in the second quarter. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35. Huss from the gun, gonna hand it off, and nothing going there. Hilltoppers were all over that, and Dostal had no chance. Check that was Jack Klicka, the ball carrier, the sophomore, 5'11", 170. First time we've seen him in the backfield tonight. So Dostal's day might be done. Huss dropping back to pass, gonna throw over the middle, and some contact, and there's a couple flags. Yeah, everybody saw that one. Kevin Doyle and Josh Cope got together just prior to the ball getting into Cope's hand. So gonna be a pass interference penalty against the Hilltoppers. Will be a first down for Mayfield. So Wildcats will have the ball directly at midfield as they are down by 28 points here early in the fourth quarter. Huss gonna run the football, makes a nice cut, spun around on his feet, and Huss eventually brought down by a couple of guys in the secondary. Doyle there to help make the stop. Both 14s exchange a few words, but no harm, no foul. Hilltopper defense, on average, gives up less than 50 running yards per game. Now, Mayfield is going to have well more than that tonight. But just shows you how good Chardon's D has been. Huss looking left side, a lot of contact, and Doyle, there's no, boy, Doyle stayed on his feet. This could, I don't see this ball being catchable, first off. They're gonna call a pass interference penalty on Doyle? That is a terrible call. The receiver looked like he actually was the one who pushed off and then slipped when that happened. So we got to figure out what these penalties are here. Flag on the sideline. So there's now 3 flags called. Officials indicate it's not good going against Chardon. First penalty is declined. Not quite sure where the ball is going to be spotted after those flags. The result is the ball will be placed on the 6-yard line. So it'll be first and goal from the 6. They'll run the football left side, and it is Dostal, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown from 5 yards out. So the Hilltoppers, thanks to penalties on this drive, put Mayfield in a prime position to score, and the Wildcats did just that.
Ryan Miller set to attempt the action.
Ryan Miller out to attempt the PAT. It is up and it is good. So with 9:48 left to go, Hilltoppers up 35-14. Still a lot of ground for Mayfield to make up, but boy, anything can happen here with 9:48 left to go in the final quarter. Hey folks, want to send a shout out to all the high school Chardon alumni wherever you are. Be sure to connect with the Alumni Association at chardonalumni.org. Again, that's the website, chardonalumni.org. You can sign up for email notices and much, much more. As you're all aware, there was no class dinner this year, but I can tell you it's going to be an even bigger class dinner next year. So stay tuned, stay connected, and we're happy that you're tuning in here to GTV for Hilltopper football. Hey, I also want to send a shout out to Hilltopper star Nick Ghosh. Nick's a huge Topper fan, and we just want to say hello to him.
Set to kick for the Wildcats. Austin Zidance.
Austin Zidance will do the kicking here. Hilltoppers have their good hands unit out and up front, anticipating an onside kick. Gonna go left side. It's covered up, and the Hilltoppers will have great field position around the 44-yard line with 9:45 to go in this one. Speaking of the folks that we miss, you look in the end zone and there's a whole section missing. Chardon Crazies, we miss you. We hope you're having a safe Friday night watching the game. Let's keep this thing rolling and keep supporting your Hilltoppers. Not as much fun with you guys not being here. But hey, these Hilltoppers in the field are still making it fun for those of us here. Fetchick remains in the game at QB. Ash going in motion. They will hand the ball off, and it's Sean Carr who gains about a yard. No, he's still moving. Carr taking that pile near midfield. At first I thought it was going to be a forward progress, but the officials did not blow the whistle, and Carr moved that pile forward. Nice pickup by the Hilltoppers.
Gain of 5 with help from that O-line.
Fetchick under center, Pettyjohn in motion, and it's Fetchick who has the ball working his way left side across the 50 down near the 48-yard line. Short gain on second down.
Tackled by Eddie Barton.
Barch in on the stop.
Third down, Hilltoppers.
Hilltoppers on the season have put up over 1,400 yards of offense. They've given up less than 500. So think about that, nearly 1,000 yards differential here. Nearly 5 games into this season. Actually, that's after 4 games. This is game number 5. Toppers letting that clock run. Burning some time off. 7:59 to go. They snap the ball. Pettyjohn gets the call. Pettyjohn trying to bounce outside. He is wrapped up and brought down. Grant Wood and Tim Steffens in to make the stop for Mayfield. We'll bring up a 4th down and about 2 situation for Chardon. With 7:51 to go, you got to think the Toppers may be going for it here. They break the huddle. Fetchick coming under center, and the home fans like it. Pettyjohn going in motion. They nearly got Mayfield to jump. Dostal now backing up. Pettyjohn coming in motion again. And Fetchick going to keep it himself. Fetchick is stopped short. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. So neither team has had much success on 4th downs tonight. And with 7:45 left in this one, the Wildcats will be taking over. Topper defense back out on the field, a defense that has given up 487 total yards entering tonight. It's about 73 passing yards per game, 48 rushing yards per game. Just shows you how dominant they have been. Huss from the gun, bit of an awkward snap, gonna go straight ahead. Makes one man miss, 45, Huss near side, 40 before he has his knees taken out from under him. Kevin Doyle the stop, but the Wildcats close to that 1st down marker. They may get it depending on the spot of the football. About a yard shy, so it'll be 2nd and 1. Huss from the gun. Dostal gets the carry. Dostal turning the corner, gets the 1st down and more on his feet as he's knocked out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Boy, the Hilltoppers have had a very tough time trying to tackle that young man tonight. We've seen a lot of tackles above the shoulders, and you got to get them down around the waist and the knee and the ankle area to make those tackles. Dostal's just too strong. He'll break it off. We've been calling that young man's name for what now, 3 years? Not quite as many as Huss. Of course, remember, Michael Huss got his first varsity action here, came in. Huss, the quick throw over the middle. It is caught and then knocked out of bounds. Pass is complete to Matt Osler. But 4 years ago in the regular season, Huss had never taken a snap with the varsity team. The Mayfield QB at the time, I wish I could remember what his name was, but it's in the far reaches of my memory bank. Broke, I want to say it was his collarbone. And Huss came in and has not relinquished the job since. The young man is a superb QB. Trying to engineer something now, being flushed out left side, throwing the ball toward the end zone. And that's going to fall incomplete. They're going to live to see another play there. Smart move by the QB just to chuck it away.
Setting up 3rd and 4 for Mayfield.
Going to bring up 3rd and 4 now for Mayfield. Big third down play here for both sides. Huss has some time looking across the middle, and it is incomplete. Boy, Huss gunned that in there. Was looking for Steffens, who just could not handle it. Gonna bring up fourth down. And this could very well be the game here for Mayfield if they do not get this, they may not have enough time to put up 21 more points in this contest. Trips to the right. A receiver to the left, but Mayfield gonna burn a timeout. You look at this play, and it is so pivotal for the Wildcats. They are at a stage where they need every single point, every single yard they can get here, halfway or near the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. Hey folks, want to let you know we got a lot of streaming coming up here on GTV. We'll be streaming soccer this Saturday night when Geneva comes here to Chardon Memorial. Then next Tuesday, the Lady Hilltoppers is going to host Brush in a soccer match as well, and we'll be here that for two. Busy streaming as the postseason nears for all the sports teams. We got soccer, volleyball's coming up here on GTV. We've got some great volleyball action for you. Don't forget that. Unfortunately, no tennis. Just couldn't make the schedule work this year with everything that's going on. But great volleyball, soccer, and of course, gridiron action for you here on GTV. 4th and 4. Tight formation, trips right between the hash. A receiver left side now goes in motion, coming to the right. Huss fakes the pitch, looking to throw, stepping up. He is hit, and he is dropped in the backfield. Slight, Mendenzun, and Evan Gardner in there to make the sack. And the Toppers take over and may have just put this game out of reach with that defensive stop. About time they finally got to Huss. They have been so close throughout this contest, and finally they get their hands on him and bring him down in the backfield. Toppers taking over now, 1st down and 10. Fetchick, fake to Pettyjohn, gonna throw left side, caught by Toth, across the 50, Toth the 40, and brought down inside the 40-yard line. Young man last week described by head coach Mitch Hewitt as having a, quote, pterodactyl wingspan. And if you've seen him play basketball, you certainly understand that. Between him and Salka, you got the Hilltoppers' twin towers. And those guys can certainly move some folks out of the way. Great job by Toth on that catch, picked up the 1st down. 1st and 10 now from the 38. They're going to look to throw again. Toth will throw it away, was looking for Carr, but maybe a wise decision, threw it too high where he couldn't reach it. In on the coverage for that one was Grant Woods. Throughout this contest, I've mentioned the playoffs. And a lot of people have been wondering, well, how's this all going to work out? We mentioned last week 27 teams will be in Division III, Region 9. And the answer is the head coaches will get together on the 29th and the 30th to vote seeds in their regions. Pettyjohn going to go in motion. Fetchick going to keep it himself as Fetchick works his way left side, gets near the 30. But the coaches will have those 2 days to vote. And then on October 1st, I think that's a Sunday, the OHSAA will then place teams into brackets, and they will make a big announcement as to the playoff seedings. Now, what's got to happen is you have to get it down where in round 2 you have 16 teams. That's just how the mathematics works out. So in round one, you'll have a number of star-studded teams. For instance, the Chardon Hilltopper team getting a bye in week one. Fetchick under center, going to hand it off. Right side. Pounding his way near the 25-yard line was Evan Ash. So Toppers will have a first down and 10 now from the about really 26. Don't want to call that the 25, a little bit short. But the way that this is going to work for the playoffs, and I'll have to talk more about it after this play here. First and 10 now from the 26. Fetchick again just watching the time tick off the clock very wisely. Now under 5 seconds. Makes the snap. They'll hand it off. Coming right side, Tominski into the game. And Elliot Tominski gets down near the 20-yard line, shy of the first down. But folks, once these brackets are set, the higher seed of that specific game will have the opportunity to host throughout the regional playoffs. So keep that in mind. You really want to be the number one seed, and we'd love to have every single playoff game here at Chardon Memorial. I can't tell you seriously how much we'd love that. But who knows? This region is just packed. The likes of Aurora, Canfield, and this Hilltopper squad. Geneva's 4-0. Topper's going to burn a timeout here as clock was winding down. Hubbard's 4-0. They'll get some consideration. New Philadelphia, who we did not get to meet last year, 3-1. With that timeout, final reminder, folks, support the Chardon Schools Foundation when you go to Heinen's and shop. 1% of your purchases will go to CSF. You can sign up online, over the phone, in person at their customer service desk, or you can even do it through your phone, digitally scan a QR code, and boom. Your 1% purchase will go to the Chardon Schools Foundation. But getting back to those other teams in Division III, Region 9, that could make a case for hosting. I mentioned New Philadelphia, 3-1. Of course, Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary, 3-1. The Big Red is Steubenville, 3-1. And Streetsboro, 4-0. And how about this? Kind of off my radar, West G, 3-1 at this point of the year. Didn't realize that the Wolverines were having that good of a year. Been paying attention to a lot of other things. Fetchick gonna keep it, trying to get around the left side. He does. First down and then some as he goes out of bounds. First down for the Hilltoppers. And now a late flag comes out. Question is, did it occur before or after the run? We will find out shortly. Penalty will go against the Wildcats.
Half the distance to the goal.
It will move the ball half the distance to the goal. So the Toppers will have first and goal now from the 5 and a chance to put this one away. They'll run it coming right side and lose a few yards on that run. Was Tominski again who got the carry. Toppers trying to put the exclamation point on this one. Under 3 to go here from Chardon Memorial. Matt Jaworski with you. So glad you could join us. Been a tremendous night for Hilltopper football. Chardon finally was tested tonight. And when I say that, yeah, the defense gave up a few touchdowns, 2 to be exact. a lot of bend but not breaking tonight, but it's what this Hilltopper team needs as they head toward the playoffs. Clock running under 2.5 to go. Fetchick from the gun, man in motion. Fetchick going to keep it himself. Meets a couple Wildcats at the line of scrimmage. Probably got back to that 5-yard line mark. A couple of the linebackers came up to help make that stop, including Eddie Barch. Tatko, 23, the linebacker. Nick, also in on that stop. But, folks, just going to be so interesting, especially after things play out this week. Because when you're looking at these seedings, and this is the first time this has ever happened in football, usually it's the computer points where you take any opinion out of it. Fetchick will hand it off. Right side getting toward the end zone, but not there. I believe that was Ash. No, check that. Was Tominski again. So it'll be 4th and goal from the 2. Actually, from the, let's say 2.5, based on that spot. So the Hilltoppers will be running one play, and this is it. It's score or you give it back to Mayfield with under a minute to play. And Toppers got to hurry here. It's clock under 5 to go. Fetchick gets it, takes a knee, and the Toppers, class move by Chardon, folks. Such a classy move. They take a knee with 40 seconds to go, and Mayfield will come back on. Again, folks, huge thanks to the Chardon Gridiron Club and our sponsors. If you or your business want to get in the game and sponsor Hilltopper football here on GTV, contact Tim Semler at 440-487-3116. You can also reach out to Alex McDonald at 440-251-8214. Do not miss this unique opportunity to be a part of Hilltopper football, as inclusive playoff packages are available, so please contact the Gridiron Club. Mayfield missing a lineman. That would not end well if they went out with 4 O-linemen. Good thing is they still have a couple timeouts if they needed to. But this should just about do it here. 40 seconds to go. They'll hand the ball off. Dostal running right side. Gives him some yardage as he gets away from the end zone out to about the 5-yard line. Clock running now. About 20 seconds to go. And Hilltoppers are oh so close to having clinched the Western Reserve Conference title. And with that, folks, the Chardon Hilltoppers are the 2020 Western Reserve Conference champions. They, at worst, will get a tie should the unthinkable happen next week. But
once again,
they will get a potential outright victory next week. Want to thank our sponsors tonight, including Shoreside Plumbing. Also, Alvarez Yard and Garden Equipment. Big thanks going out to the Junction Auto family. Also, the Chardon Smile Center. We want to thank Precision Orthopedic Specialties, Hazen Contracting, Inc., asphalt, paving, and seal coating, Conic Law, Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Always Construction, and the Preston Superstore. Other sponsors, and again, we can't do it without all these great sponsors, folks, so please patronize them when you can. They include Ash's Mayfield Window Cleaning Company and Sherwin-Williams, Achilles Running Shop, Roniak Paving, McRae Metal Products, Inc., Osteo Strong, Rock Construction Company, and Impact Church. Also, A special thanks going out to our great friends, the Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club. Thank you so much, folks. Appreciate you tuning into GTV. Again, final tonight was 35-14 Toppers with the big win. Thanks going out to our camera crew tonight. We got Chris Graw, we got Spencer, director Brian Foster, also to executive producer Dave Jevnikar. I am Matt Jaworski. On behalf of all the rest, we'd like to wish you all the best. We'll see you next week at Brush.